Okay, good morning, second graders. Today we are going to go over two different types of problems. The first being separate and then the last being compare. Before we do that, I want to go over one misconception that a lot of students have with these types of problems. A lot of students assume that the problem type is either going to be addition or subtraction, and that's incorrect because the problem types that we have are either join, separate, part, whole, or compare. And then addition and subtraction is the tools we use to figure out those problems. Okay, now that we've went over the misconceptions, let's go ahead and start our first problem. Okay, so our first problem says, Christina had 20 cookies. She gave some cookies to her friend Annie. If she has 9 cookies left, how many cookies did Christina give to Annie? Okay, so first we have to figure out what type of problem it is. We know that it's either going to be join or separate because there's a change going on, and that change going on is the cookies that she's giving to her friend Annie. And we know that it's going to be separate because she's giving cookies away from the start amount. Okay, so now that we figured out that it's a separate problem, we're going to use the set model to figure out the answer. Okay, so you want me to use those? Okay. Okay, so the start amount that she has is 20 cookies. The amount that she gave to her friend, we don't know, so we're going to put a question mark there. And then the total afterwards, the amount that she has left, is 9. Okay? So in order to figure out that change, we know that we're going to subtract the start and the result because, or the result from the start because if we add, we're going to get more cookies than we already have to start with. Okay, so let's go ahead and subtract. So 20 minus 9 equals 11. Okay, so she gave 11 cookies to her friend Annie. Okay, now that we've done our first problem, let's go ahead and move on to our second problem. Our second problem says Tommy has 36 baseball cards. Albert has 25 baseball cards. How many more baseball cards does Tommy have than Albert? Okay, so we know that it's going to be either part, whole, or compare because there is no change. We know that it's going to be compare because we are seeing the relationship between the two boys and their baseball cards. Okay, so to figure this out, I'm going to use the linear model. And with the linear model, we always have a larger set. And the larger set is Tommy's amount of baseball cards. So I'm just going to cut out and glue Tommy's baseball cards on this paper. Okay. And then we're also going to glue Albert's. And we know that Albert has less baseball cards than Tommy. So we're going to show that with a different color and a smaller sized piece as well. Okay, so Tommy has 36, so this is 36. This is Tommy's amount of baseball cards. And then Albert has 25, so this is Albert's amount. Albert has 25. And then we know that Tommy has more, so we don't know the difference yet. We do know that there is a difference in between. And how we're going to figure out this difference is we are going to subtract. That is the tool we are going to use. So 36 minus 25 is 11. So Tommy has 11 more baseball cards than Albert does. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope I cleared up a lot of y'all's misconceptions, and I hope you learned a lot from me. Thank you.